Gamescom 2014. We'd like to talk to you about the upcoming content for Wildstar. You just saw a presentation of the Defile that's going to be drop number 3. Can you tell us a little bit about how difficult it was to create that, how much it took, and what's coming up next?
Hi, I'm Megan Starks and I'm a senior game designer. One of the things that we wanted to do with our post-launch schedule was make sure we were covering all different areas of the game. So, sometimes we like to put out a whole new zone that has solo and small group and large group content, and then sometimes we'll put out, an arena or a battleground or a dungeon. We'll have raids coming up in the future, things like that. One of our goals with the Defile was to add post-launch content for post-cap stuff. So this is part of our Elder game, and we wanted to expand onto the area available for players in the world. So we actually open up a whole new area of the world that was previously sealed for thousands of years. Yeah, so originally our idea was, we really wanted to have a very aggressive post-launch schedule, just constantly provide stuff for our players so that, there's always things for you to do. We're always, putting out new areas, improving on existing ones, things like that. Now that we've put out 2 of our, updates, we're, taking a look at it. We're still keeping, our schedule is still planned out. We know what we want to put out and we're working on it. But for example, with the Defile, we put it up on the PTR. We're looking at, fixing bugs right now. We're getting feedback from players in our community, and we're looking at areas that we can refine and polish before we actually put it out. So we've actually decided, let's work on it until we feel like it's at a really good quality state. We do know that we want it to come out in the next few months, but instead of saying, hey, we've hit this hard lock, deadline, it's going out no matter what, we don't, we're gonna take the time to make sure the quality is there too.
And that's going to be the same for future updates, I'm guessing?
Yes.
So after this is a new zone, basically. And what can we expect in the future updates, the next drops?
Sure. So in addition to, providing new zones to open up in the game, we also have a new arena coming online. We've got a new dungeon. We've got more raids, more battlegrounds. We've got holiday events. And the holiday event, that's pretty much, it needs to come out at the holiday. So some of the other things we can be a little more flexible with and say, hey, wouldn't it be really cool if we, added to this area before it goes out the door? But, the holiday events we're working very hard on early on to make sure that they're polished in time.
Is the frequent content update preventing you from creating a huge expansion?
If we decided to make an expansion, that would be a different team. So, within the company, we have all different developers in different areas. We currently have what we call live teams. So we have, game designers, QA, programmers, things like that, that their main focus is to improve upon the live game, fix bugs, make sure it's stable, optimize it, things like that. At the same time, we have what we call our drop team, which is, doing a new zone development, new arenas, new battlegrounds, things like that. If we decided to do an expansion, we would have a team solely devoted to that so that they don't conflict with each other.
Okay, so as a content designer, creator, you're creating the game for us. Can you tell us about what is your team working on for the future of Wildstar after the Defile and everything? Something top secret for?
Sure. Okay, so I have a team of content designers, and we work on some of the different zones in the game. So some of the zones that we did previously that we're super attached to, they're like our babies. We worked on Everstar Grove and Celestian. We worked on Gallerus. We worked a little bit on Farside and Wildrun, and we're currently working on a new zone that will be coming out in the next time frame. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the specifics of when, but I can say that if you enjoyed Farside, you will probably like it a lot. So.